Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, man, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, James, aka Samaj. Let's go ahead and get this video going, baby. What's up, you guys? Hey, man, if you're wondering about the get up, it's not that I was trying to be special for y'all or anything like that, but I just haven't decided to get out of my work clothes yet or whatnot, man. But hope you guys really like this video, man. So, as you can see by the name of the title, we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. This first part I'm gonna talk about is being shy, like just being shy as hell, man. So one of the things that I've been going through for a long time, honestly still happens for me today, is like I've just been a super shy person since I was in well, probably even elementary, but mainly like starting to show itself in middle school or whatnot when it comes to talking to new people, also when it comes to talking to girls and different things like that. Even when it comes to like being in front of the classroom, I know that'll probably shock some people who might get a chance to hear this if they know me at all from that point in time. But it's like I was shy for a minute in a lot of those different areas, but over time I learned how to like get out of that shyness and, get to a point where I'm able to actually maneuver and do big things, and being able to talk in front of a room of people, being able to talk in front of a large crowd of people. Something that really helped me with that was talking at church, doing little things like that. But also like being able to start to talk to new people more, even though I'm still working on it, because it's a work in progress. Not that I can't talk to people, not that I don't know how to talk to people, but it's just like opening myself up to do that, introducing myself to new people, trying to network and do different things like that as well. I'm still working on that shyness, man. But the big one that's always been shy is just talking to girls. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I kind of know a little bit, but it's like I just can't seem to crack that code for some reason, somehow, some way. But I've gotten a lot better because I've been able to approach people a little bit. Because in high school I wasn't approaching nobody, but since I've been in college I have approached some people. But rejection is pretty hard for me, and just being able to go to somebody and try to start a conversation is hard too, because I overthink everything under the sun. And even though I've gotten better with that, it's still like some of those things regurgitate themselves back up when I'm trying to do little things. So it's something that I'm working on. It's a constant progression each and every day, but it's like I can see myself improving in those little bitty increments and those certain areas. So I'm hoping one day that I can be able to say, hey, I'm not a shy person anymore, man. Another thing that's been really like big for me and one of the stages that I've been going through is just my overall confidence, but mainly my confidence in my appearance. So for a long while, I didn't think I looked good at all. Sometimes I would even call myself ugly talking to some people. But it was like, for some reason in my head, I just couldn't grasp the idea that I was good looking or anything of that nature, or that I have attractive qualities in terms of physical appearance to people and everything like that. And so whenever I would talk to different people or whatnot, and they would tell me, oh, like, you look cute and all that stuff and everything, like, I wouldn't believe them half the time, because it was just like something in my head that would click and be like, nah, man, like, you're just not on that level. And then also I was doing one of the worst things that I could possibly be doing, looking at how some girls and some women look at other men or whatnot and try to compare myself in that right. Now I know, talking to myself about it now, it's like, man, that was crazy, because I've grown from that idea, that concept, obviously, or whatnot, man. But it was like, at that moment in time, that was in my head, and so that's all I could seem to think about for some reason at all. But it's like, it took me honestly until I got to college to even really work on that truly. And now it's like I can easily say that, okay, like, I do look good, some days, like, I can walk in the mirror and I'll be like, dang, I got a lot to work on or whatnot. Like, I've actually become more content with myself and everything of that nature. And I've also gotten to the point where I feel more comfortable in my skin. I'm wearing styles and things that I want to wear. I'm not worried about anybody judging it or looking at it in a bad way at all. And then also just mentally, I'm in a more refreshed mind state. I'm not trying to compare myself and do little things like that. But it's still a little point where it's like, sometimes it's like, dang, like, I don't look that good or whatnot. And just listening to some people talk, it's so in my head. But then there are other moments where I'm like, dang, man, like, you look too good, bro. You look fine, like, whatever, trying to hype myself up and little things like that, man. But it's definitely been another thing that's a working progression that I try to strive through each and every day. But I do know that for sure has gotten way better than anything else that I've been going through with different stages along with my life, man. this stage right here, man, it's like a major stage that's what I've been dealing with for a while, man. So I can speak about this kind of on two fronts. I'll talk about the first one because it's kind of more of the thing that's kind of dissipated a lot quicker or a lot sooner in life, I guess you could say. But being controlling of people, kind of, more or less in terms of like people that I was like talking to, or even in the own relationship that I had during high school or whatnot, man. So one thing that I was kind of big on at the time or whatnot was just wanting to control everything that happened, like all the aspects, all the actions that could have been happening, the environment that was happening with things as well, and just how those type of dynamics within those different relationships happened as well. I know for sure it's something that I took away from my first ever relationship was like, I just didn't like how some of the things were going on, and so I would push more than I needed to. I would try to outline everything. I would try to be like, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, little things like that. Honestly, for me though, I don't think it was anything controlling in terms of like being manipulative and being like really degrading mentally or anything of that nature, but it was to the point where it was like, yeah, you gotta notice this, man, you gotta cut that out. And then just dealing with the different friendships I had, the reason why I was able to point that out is because the little mini frictions that I would have with the friends that I had then, man. And so that one was a lot easier to point out actually, and easier for me to be able to be like, okay, what can I do differently with that? And so I just started to like pull myself back and pull myself together. Even though I had little spats and moments of that towards me graduating high school, even me coming into college itself. But it was like, okay, let people do what they want to do, man. Let people think how they want to think. Let people approach you how they want to approach you. Let people give the type of energy that they want to give. And all you can do is reciprocate and just be yourself at the same time, because you're going to give off whatever you're going to give off. But at the same time, you don't want to be giving off so much and just be thinking like, hey, like, you got to control how much they're giving off as well, because you just won't be able to do it. And so I'm very pleased in my own self for that little growth that I've had in that area, to understand that I can't control people at all, man. Like, it's just not applicable. It's something that should have never been across my mind at all. But the second thing is something that I'm still struggling with at this moment in time right now. Speaking of time, being able to control time, or this idea that I can control time. I know I've always been really in tune with time and my value of it as well, but it's like I always have had a lot of moments where I feel like I didn't have enough time to do stuff, and I've always been conflicting myself with that, because at the end of the day, everybody has the same amount of time, and it's always about what you do with that time that you have whenever you're graced with the ability to be able to wake up. But it's like, I would just want to force things. I would overthink things. I would want to have this happen at this time and have this happen at that moment, and just try to super plan out stuff and be like, okay, I'm going to do this and that. And then when things didn't happen, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to do this and that. And I get really mad when things didn't go my way in terms of timing for things of that nature. But I've started to reel that back some, even though I have moments where it's like, damn, I'm kind of feeling the same way. But I've understood now that, like, God, He's the keeper of all time, man. Like, it only matters how you continue to move through each of those moments. But relinquishing my thoughts and my emotions and my attachment to wanting to control time, and just letting God plan Himself out and be able to make His little intricate moments happen in the best way possible, is something that I've come to learn. Not saying that I can't seem to appreciate it at this point in time, but it's something that I am working on. But it's like, that's something that, like I said, I still grapple with that every now and then, man. Like, there's plenty of moments throughout one simple week of my life where it's like, dang, I wish I could do that, I wish I could have did that, or I'm trying to like plan out this and that, and I don't want to do this because of time and different things like that, man. But I am getting better on that stuff, man. And so I'm really hoping that this is something that's like, well, I know it's not something solely on me, but it's kind of a universal theme. But I'm just hoping to be able to find even more and more time, more and more people to be able to talk about this with, because it's honestly something that I realize when I'm dealing with certain things, I have to be able to talk to some people to kind of gain different perspectives, but to also see if other people are dealing with it as well, and it'll help me be able to put a different light on things and be able to put my thinking cap on, per se. and be like, alright man, what do I have to do differently, and see if I can make a different path to get to the end of that road. And that's it, you guys, for part 1 of this, man. Honestly, when I was thinking about this, I was like, oh man, this would be a great topic, because I know I had a lot of ideas that I've been writing down, you know, trying to get those videos crossed out of my notes and everything like that. But then I was thinking about this video specifically, I was like, okay, I can talk about this, I can talk about that, I can talk about that. I was like, damn man, I have to break this up into like 2 or 3 parts. So hopefully nothing else pops into my head and I can just do a 2-part video or whatnot, man, and try to drop these pretty closely between each other. But like I said, man, I hope you guys gained something from that one. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe to the channel, baby. Let's go get it next time.